What? Money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more.
Ash cash show, ash cash show, the ash cash show, ash cash show, the ash cash show, ash cash show, the ash cash show, ash cash show, ash cash show, the ash cash show, ash cash show, the ash cash show, ash cash show.
Baby, I got your money.
Happy. In the words of my guy, Wall Street Philippe. Happy Tycoon Tuesday, everybody. You know what I mean? Welcome. For my Muslim brothers and sisters, Ramadan Mubarak. You know, I'm praying that you know the fast goes great. You get some enlightenment. You know, the discipline that it's going to take, but the clarity you're going to get. You know, I pray for you. So. Tycoon Tuesday. Today is really about staying focused, right? Not going over the same things over and over and over again. And so if you're part of my mailing list, if you're not part of my mailing list, go to mindrightmoney.com and just sign up for my mailing list. But if you're part of my mailing list, today's daily aspirations is dedicated to just going through the same thing over and over again. And so I do want to start off with that. So let's start off with making sure, right? Let's make sure that whatever you're going through is not a repeat of what you've been going through. And so happy Tuesday, my students of life. Welcome to the day that you realize that life is a continuous lesson that you will repeat until you get it right. Today's daily aspiration is dedicated to learning from what life is trying to teach you. It's no longer all right to continue to go through the same things over and over again. Somehow we have this insane thought that if we keep doing the same things, we somehow may get a different result. Stop being so naive and stop being afraid to let go. The things that held you back before are the same things that are holding you back now. It may be dressed up and disguised as a different situation, but best believe that if you sat and compared, they are the exact same things. Get rid of that relationship that you're afraid to lose, even though you know with all of your being that this person is holding you back. Change the bad habit that is causing you so much grief, knowing that it's the one thing that is standing in the way of your greatness. No more willful blindness. You know what life is trying to tell you. Stop ignoring it. Take responsibility. Open your eyes or face the consequences. Life will never, ever, ever steer you wrong, even though you may not see it now. But following what life tells you will pay off tremendously. You have a lot of living to do before you die, and you don't have time to waste. Learn your lessons, take heed, take action, and live the life that you deserve. And so I wanted to start off with this, right? So I posted this, you know, this on my Instagram this morning, and on my Instagram I says, whatever you are not changing, you are choosing. Right. And I want you to understand that whatever you're not changing, you are choosing. And I promise you, and I kid you not, if you sit back and you look at all of the trials, the tribulations, the things that keep popping up, and I'm using like this quote popping up because it really does, it's really not popping up. It's always been there. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking at the things that just keep popping up, I promise you there's a thread that follows it. So let me give you an example. And I won't say no names out of respect for these people, right? But let me give you an example. And so I remember, right? This is how I knew I was unemployable, right? Because I remember after leaving, starting to work at the bank, there was a time where, I went through different positions, right? I went through different positions, and when you stay in your place, people love you. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? People, when you stay in your place, people love you. So what happens is that I didn't really know my power when I first. I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? And so when I first started working at the bank, I was working as a teller. I was working as a personal banker. I always thought I was the boss, but I still needed training. You know what I'm saying? I was still a student. Let's just say, right? And so my positions as a teller, where I wasn't the boss, were perfect. My positions as a private banker, as a personal banker, all the positions that didn't require me to lead in a formal capacity were perfect, right? It was the moment that I decided that I wanted to lead a team, that I wanted to be the boss, that turmoil started to happen, right? And so, my first crack at leadership was fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was no biggie. But I remember getting to a point where I realized, and here's why I said it was no biggie. When I needed my boss, right? When I was still learning and I was at the mercy of my boss, and I'm saying, like the person who was in charge, it was okay, right? Everything was fine. But the moment where I finally, I remember this very vividly. The moment that I knew what I was doing, I'm like, oh, this is how you lead a team, right? This is how you lead a team. And the moment that I got it, the moment that I was like, yo, this is what it's going to take for me to do it. And I really didn't need my immediate supervisor I didn't need them no more because I was bringing the numbers. I was choosing my team. I was developing my team. I was running it up, right? Instead of embracing that, I had a supervisor who always wanted to put me in my place. You know what I'm saying? I had a supervisor who always wanted to put me in my place to let me know that they were in charge. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I didn't face that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't face it. I ran from it. I was like, oh, I ran from it, And it baffled me though, right? Because I was like, yo, how is it that I am, helping this person look good, right, on their team, and they're not embracing that. They're trying to put me in my place, you know what I'm saying? And so I ran from it. I left where I was currently working, you know what I'm saying? Big facts, they knew my potential before I did. That's a fact. I left where I was, you know what I'm saying? I left where I was working and I went to another bank, right? And so when I went to this other bank, I thought, yo, you know what? This bank is more aligned, with what my goals are. I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna shake stuff up and everything's gonna be well, right? The same thing happened though. I wound up happening, and the funny thing about it though, it was never the boss's boss. It was always the boss, right? Meaning that it was always the person that I directly reported to, but their boss was always like excited about my presence and loved what I was doing because I bought in my numbers, right? And so now I come into a situation where I leave where I'm currently and I go to a different bank, and I'm leaving out names and stuff just for on purpose. And so I leave the current bank that I'm working, and then I go to another bank. I was recruited from the other bank, right? I was recruited. Ooh, and it's weird. It's weird. And I don't want to say, because if I say, then I'm kind of alluding to who and what. But if I told you the whole story, it'd be like, wow, this is another level. But either which way, I was recruited, right, to this other bank, and the person that recruited me was like, oh, you're perfect, right? You're perfect for this position. We're gonna put you in this position. But I didn't report to the person that recruited me. I reported to somebody else who reported to the person who recruited me, if that makes sense, right? So now, same situation though, right? Like, I'm killing my numbers. I'm doing my thing. I'm bringing life to this place, stuff that people have never done. I'm very, I realize that marketing is my thing. I could bring excitement to any product or service, right? So I realized that marketing is my thing, right? And so I was good at marketing. I was good at bringing attention to the product and service. And so I had this thing rocking, right? I had this place rocking. And then, my immediate supervisor, around that time, I had already written my first book. And then I started getting interviews at like Hot 97 and things like that. And immediately my immediate supervisor was like found some BS reason to put pressure on me and was like, oh, because you got this book, you haven't been doing. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? My numbers are crazy. Like, I'm doing stuff in this branch that nobody has ever done. My book has nothing to do with like me having a book and me, still running this operation has nothing to do with what I'm doing, right? But either which way, there was this pressure that was being put on me, and so I wound up leaving again. I wound up leaving. I'm like, yo, I'm out. And when I left this time, I left to be an entrepreneur, but I didn't leave prepared to be an entrepreneur. I left out of frustration because this person who should be celebrating me was trying to put pressure on me. So I left. Did the entrepreneur stuff for a while, but because I wasn't prepared, I wound up having to go back to work. Went back to work, same thing happened, right? Blowing out my numbers, not getting the respect. Leave, go somewhere else. Did that 2 more times till I finally said, yo, you know what, Ash? You are permanent unemployable. Because the structure in which me working under somebody and taking initiative and running it like it's mine, that structure doesn't work for me, right? Like employment structure doesn't work for me. You know what structure works for me? Eat what you kill. That's what works for me, right? Because anybody under the eat what you kill structure, right? Anybody under the eat what you kill structure will never be jealous of somebody who's running up a number. They'll never try to think that, you're trying to take their job or whatever, because at the end of the day, you're eating what you kill. So I only do that. That's why from now on, I only do strategic partnerships. I'm permanently unemployable. There's no situation that somebody can hire me to do something if there's not a clear understanding of what I bring to the table and what they bring to the table, and understanding that I will eat what I kill. That's it, right? And so I say all that to say is that my whole corporate career, right? Not my whole corporate career, but most of my corporate career, I was faced with opposition. I was faced with violent opposition because of what people were afraid of my life, to be honest, right? But that wasn't the only place it happened, though. It wasn't the only place that happened. It wasn't only, in a corporate setting. It was also in friendships, right? It was also in I wouldn't even call them friendships. I would say in mentorships, right? Each time, and that's why I don't seek, I realize that, and this is a message for everybody as well. I don't seek out mentors. I don't look at nobody like I seek the Most High. That's it. And I realized that, what's higher than number one? Why go, why look for a plug when you know the outlet? And that's just me. That's just me, right? But it even happened with like situations in which, I'm working with people. I'm looking for mentors. I'm looking for people to guide me. And the moment, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm very, I'm a self-starter. I don't need nobody to tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't need nobody to tell me what to do. Like I literally just show me, just open the door a little bit and I got it from there. You know what I'm saying? And so what I realized is that, what I realized is that I was like, man, it's one of those situations where because people didn't see their light, because that's the truth of the matter, is that because people didn't see their light, people couldn't see who they were intimidated by my light, right? They were intimidated by what I brought to the table, right? And that's not my business. You know what I'm saying? That's not my business. I'm not supposed to care about that. But at the time I did. You know what I'm saying? At the time I did. At the time, I was really caring about other people. I didn't want to step on toes. And so I was dimming my light in a way. You know what I'm saying? I was dimming my light in a way. And it really just got me to understand, number one, stop looking for others to support you, right? Stop looking for others to support you because you already know what you need. And if you lean on the Most High, right? If you lean on the Most High God, you will realize that everything you need is gonna be presented to you, right? Like everything you need is gonna be presented to you. Stop holding on to stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I was holding on, right? I was holding on to needing guidance. I was holding on to needing a mentor. I was holding on to trying to meet a mole. I was holding on to what people were saying that was the mold. Was like, yo, if you haven't done this before, you gotta have a mentor. You gotta have somebody that can help you. You know what I'm saying? And so I realized, you know what I'm saying? Like I realized that why am I holding on? You know what I'm saying? Why am I holding on? You know what I'm saying? Why am I holding on so tight? Why, you know what I'm saying? Like, why am I trying to fit into something that doesn't fit anymore? You know what I'm saying? And so I had to do one thing. There was this one thing that I had to do, and
people doubt that your thoughts create reality for you. It doesn't. If you're just sitting around thinking, I want something, it doesn't. But there's no question if the energy and the vibrational frequency is correct, is in sync with what is to come your way.
Yep.
That there is a space that you create that allows that to happen. God can dream a bigger dream for me, for you, than you could ever dream for yourself. When you've worked as hard and done as much and strived and tried and given and pled and bargained and hoped, surrender. When you have done all that you can do and there's nothing left for you to do, give it up. Give it up to that thing that is greater than yourself.
Give up. Look. There we go. This is what I need you to do, right? So today I'm telling you what you do not change, you're choosing. And the things, I gave you that example of what I was going through over and over and over again because I didn't do this one thing. I didn't surrender. I kept holding on. Right? I kept holding on to a narrative. I kept holding on to people. I kept holding on to, to dimming my light and just saying that this is the way things are supposed to be. I'm not supposed to maximize my full self. So I had to surrender.
People doubt that your thoughts
catch these bars, though. Catch these bars. I need you to catch these bars.
It doesn't. If you're just sitting around thinking, I want something. It
right
doesn't.
now, somebody's sitting there. Y'all holding on. Y'all going through the same things over and over.
Vibrational frequency.
I need you to surrender.
Correct, is in sync with what is to come your way.
Yep.
That there is a space that you create that allows that to happen.
Yep.
God can dream a bigger dream for me, for you, than you could ever dream for yourself.
Ever dream for yourself.
When you've worked as hard and done as much and strived and tried and given and pled and bargained and hoped, surrender. When you have done all that you can do and there's nothing left for you to do, give it up. Give it up to that thing that is greater than yourself and let it then become part of the flow.
Yup. Yup. Somebody holding on. I need you to surrender. If somebody holding on, I need you to let go. Time to let go, y'all. Yeah.
Every Sunday morning, God has a jazz brunch for souls becoming human. Yeah. And they go to that brunch, and God reads out all of the life assignments of humans that are going to be born on earth. And the souls pick an assignment, meaning they pick a life that they're going to come into body to manifest. And God, when he has a really hard task, he winks over at you and says, like, this is the assignment I want you to take. Yeah. So the soul that was going to become Rhonda Harris was sitting there at the jazz brunch. And God winked at her. And then he brought her up and he told her, you're going to be born a black female in a time when being black or female.
The blessed one, I appreciate the badge love.
You're going to be born to an alcoholic mother and a womanizing father. You're going to be born in a situation where you may be physically abused. God tells us, he tells us, we get the life assignment. And he says, this is what I want you to know. I want you to know that you've got to hold on to me.
Hold on.
I want you to know that you've got to learn forgiveness.
Learn forgiveness.
And when I got abandoned and treated badly in home, I didn't remember that I could always reach out to God.
Yep.
But at some point, you know this, those things that God whispered in your ear kick in. Yeah. And you get to choose.
You get to choose.
Either I'm going to do this as hard as it is, or I'm going to do that.
Yep.
I'm going to pick up a needle. I'm going to stay ignorant. I'm going to drink. I'm going to cuss. I'm going to stay angry. Or I'm going to say, Father, into thy hands I commit my soul, my life. And that's what I did. It is understanding the surrender. And that really is all there needs to be. I surrender. Yeah.
Yep. I need you to let it go. Big bars. Catch these bars, though. Hopefully, y'all listening. Trav, what up?
Lets things happen. And there's such a subtle, you use that word, and it's right, there's a subtle edge
Creme de la creme, I got you.
That, because when you want things and you're just going to apply yourself diligently, we watch you ripping through these processes. You're just eating this up. You're going to get yourself tuned up as fast as you can, but there's something counterproductive in that, and what it is what your wonderful question came up with toward the end of your comments, which is you want to understand how to trust, and here's the way we would go about that. Feel the difference between someone who is, this is not
Sandra, thank you.
for you, it's
Sandra,
an example of someone who is seeking a healing, which is absolutely upstream, and allowing wellness, which is downstream. You feel the difference? Right. So many people are looking for the results, and they are so pointed upstream. They're so intense about it and so determined about it. And we want to say you don't have to work hard.
You don't have to work
You've
hard.
already done your work by living life which caused you to ask for it.
Yep.
And Source has already done the work by aligning things up, and Law of Attraction is the real workhorse behind all of it.
Yep.
Your work, if there is any, is to trust the stream.
Trust the stream.
To trust that if you were to let go of those oars,
Let go of the oars.
you've done enough in the living
Let
of
it
life
go.
to
Wait,
let
hold,
go.
wait, hold on, Abraham, hold on. Listen, I need y'all to understand this analogies because some people, you might miss this, right? Some people might miss this, and I'll bring it back. Some people might miss this. Surrender is like going with the flow of the stream of water, right? So imagine being in a river, right? And you're in a boat, right? And you have two options, right? The stream is going one way, and what you decide to do is you decide to go upstream, right? So there's a downstream and there's an upstream, and the oar is the thing that you use to paddle, right? To get yourself to the stream, right? And so you have two options. You could go upstream, right? So if you're going upstream, think about a river or a stream of water. If you're going upstream, you have to paddle the oar. You got to paddle the oar. Like you're resisting. You're going, and you're working your muscle. But in order to get upstream, it's like you're fighting a losing battle, right? It's like you're fighting a losing battle because as the water's coming down, you have to have more power against the stream. And so you're paddling, right? What if instead of just fighting, you turn the boat around, right? What if you just turn the boat around? And as you turn the boat around, you let go of the oar. You let go of the oar because you don't got to paddle no more. You know why you don't got to paddle? Because you're going with the flow. You're allowing the boat to stream. And so a lot of us are fighting, right? We're fighting, right? You're going against the current. You're fighting. And that's a bar right there. Yo, Lisa, I appreciate you. That's a bar right there, right? You're going against the current. And that's a double entendre because the current, the here and now, is telling you that everything's okay. But instead of going with the current, that's a bar. Yo, look what I just did. Instead of going with the current, instead of going with the here and now, you keep looking at the past and you're holding on to the past instead of going with the current. That's a big bar. I wish I was a rapper because I'd have put that in a rap or something. You know what I'm saying? I'd have put that in a rap. Like, like stop going against the current. Stop going against the current. The current, which means the current, the flow, right? Stop going against the current. The current is the here and now. We keep holding on to a past that we just need to let go. Just go with the flow. Your intuitive God is telling you what you need to be doing. Like, you know which way you should be going. You know what relationships to let go of. You know what you should be focused on. You know what to stop doing. You already know that. And so what you're not changing, you're choosing. Oh, that was a big bar. Yo, I need some I need some horns. Yo, that was a bar. Yo, Lisa, I appreciate you. That was a bar. All right, let's go back.
Which is absolutely.
Wait, hold on. Sheesh. Yeesh.
Someone who trusts lets things happen. And there's such a subtle, you use that word and it's right, there's a subtle edge in the difference of that, because when you want things and you're just going to apply yourself diligently, we watch you ripping through these processes. You're just eating this up. You're going to get yourself tuned up as fast as you can, but there's something counterproductive in that, and what it is what your wonderful question came up with toward the end of your comments, which is you want to understand how to trust, and here's the way we would go about that. Feel the difference between someone who is, this is not for you, it's an example for you, of someone who is seeking a healing, which is absolutely upstream, and allowing wellness, which is downstream. Can you feel the difference?
Wait, I'm sorry, y'all. Right? So understand, because I need you to catch these bars, though. Understand. Seeking healing, right? There's a difference between seeking healing and allowing wellness, right? I'm seeking healing is upstream. Allowing wellness is downstream, right? I'm tired of being broke is upstream. Abundance is my birthright is downstream. You catch that? Catch those bars. I'm sorry. One more time. I ain't gonna rewind it all the way back, but one more time.
Feel the difference between someone who is, this is not for you, it's an example for you, of someone who is seeking a healing, which is absolutely upstream, and allowing wellness, which is downstream. Can you feel the difference? So many people are looking for the results, and they are so pointed upstream. They're so intense about it and so determined about it. And we want to say, you don't have to work hard. You've already done your work by living life which caused you to ask for it. And Source has already done the work by aligning things up, and Law of Attraction is the real workhorse behind all of it. Your work, if there is any, is to trust the stream. To trust that if you were to let go of those oars, that you've done enough in the living of life to put it in vibrational escrow, and the Source is reliable enough to bring you in this massively moving stream toward what you want. So it's not necessarily, not even a trusting in your ability. It's a bigger trust than that. It's a trust or faith in the stream. And what we have given you as a result of what you've been reading, we've given you a framework in which you now understand the current of the universe, you see. Mm-hmm. And so that's what we want you to practice your trust in. We want you to say to yourself, well, the stream is flowing, and I can paddle upstream if I want to, and I can tell I am because I don't feel so good. This tension tells me that I'm doing that. And if you will just work a little bit on the sensation of letting go of the oars. In other words, it's not about making it happen. It's not about being different than you are. It's really about, and here it is, making peace with where you are.
Make peace with where you are.
So, in very short terms, we would say to you, if we were to give you an unfair label that accurately depicts the energy of your being, you're trying too hard.
Trying too hard.
Too hard in things. And it comes from wanting to please others. It comes from having a lot of responsibilities. It comes from a lot of people counting on you. It comes from all of those things, but it doesn't serve you. And it doesn't.
Liquid means rewind. Gunshot means forward. You requested it, so we rewind. Reggae and motivation combined. That's inspiration on another level. Mind Right Radio. Elevate your mind. Elevate your life.
People doubt that.
Sorry, one more time. I need y'all to catch. Yo, get a piece of paper out. If you don't have a piece of paper, if you're not writing this down, I don't know what you're doing. If you're not a Mind Right Radio VIP member, I don't know what you're doing.
People doubt that your thoughts create reality for you. It doesn't. If you're just sitting around thinking, I want something, it doesn't. But there's no question, if the energy and the vibrational frequency is correct, is in sync with what is to come your way, that there is a space that you create that allows that to happen.
Sharice, I appreciate you. I am royalty.
For me.
Salute
for
to
you,
YouTube.
Then you
Facebook
could ever
on the
dream
check-in.
for yourself. When you've worked as hard,
Shout, what up,
and done
shout.
as much, and strived, and tried, and given,
Thank you.
and
That ass
pled,
ball chick, thank you.
and bargained, and hoped,
I listen to this every morning. Ladies Bunch,
Surrender.
I appreciate you.
when you have done all that you can do,
You have done all
and
that
there's
you
nothing
do.
left for you to do, give it up. Give it up to that thing that is greater than yourself, and let it then become a part of the flow.
I remember when I first dropped this joint, I cried, yo. I swear to God. The first time I listened to this joint, like after I put it together, I cried. Yeesh. Boca Raton, what up? Horace, what up? Jamaica, Skipworth, good morning. Workout Junkie, what up? Ramaya, what up? Courtney F16, what up? Allison Carter, salute. The YouTube check-in, flash out the YouTube. Shell, what up? Gillis.
Sunday morning, God has a jazz
Anthony
brunch
Nino's what up?
for souls becoming human.
Yeah.
And they go to that brunch, and God reads out all of the life assignments of humans that are going to be born on earth. And the souls pick an assignment, meaning they pick a life that they're going to come into body to manifest. And God, when he has a really hard task, he winks over at you and says, like, this is the assignment I want you to take. Yeah. So the soul that was going to become Rhonda Harris was sitting there at the jazz brunch. God winked at her. And then he brought her up and he told her, you're going to be born a black female in a time when being black or female isn't really easy. You're going to be born to an alcoholic mother and a womanizing father. You're going to be born in a situation where you may be physically abused. God tells us, he tells us, we get the life assignment. And he says, this is what I want you to know. I want you to know that you've got to hold on to me. Yes, I want you to know that you've got to learn forgiveness. And when I got abandoned and treated badly in home, I didn't remember that I could always reach out to God. But at some point, you know this, those things that God whispered in your ear kick in. Yeah. And you get to choose. Yeah. Either I'm going to do this as hard as it is, or I'm going to do that. I'm going to pick up a needle. I'm going to stay ignorant. I'm going to drink. I'm going to cuss. I'm going to stay angry. Or I'm going to say, Father, into thy hands I commit my soul, my life. And that's what I did. It is understanding the surrender. And that really is all there needs to be. I surrender. Yeah.
Yo, Abraham go crazy on this though. I promise you. That's the bars. Yeah, that was Iyanla. So Iyanla first verse, Abraham, Oprah and Iyanla first verse, Abraham Hicks second verse. I forget the guy's name last verse.
Someone who's stuck lets things happen. Such a subtle, use that word, and it's right. There's a subtle edge in the difference of that, because when you want things and you're just going to apply yourself diligently, we watch you ripping through these processes. You're just eating this up. You're going to get yourself tuned up as fast as you can. But there's something counterproductive in that, and what it is what your wonderful question came up with toward the end of your comments, which is you want to understand how to trust, and here's the way we would go about that. Feel the difference between someone who is, this is not for you, it's an example for you, of someone who is seeking a healing, which is absolutely upstream, and allowing wellness, which is downstream. Can you feel the difference? So many people are looking for the results, and they are so pointed upstream. They're so intense about it and so determined about it. And we want to say, you don't have to work hard. You've already done your work by living life which caused you to ask for it.
Yep.
And Source has already done the work by aligning things up, and law of attraction is the real workhorse behind all of it. Your work, if there is any, is to trust the stream.
Trust the stream.
To trust that if you were to let go of those oars, that you've done enough in the living of life to put it in vibrational escrow, and the source is reliable enough to bring you in this massively moving stream toward what you want. So it's not necessarily, not even a trusting in your ability. It's a bigger trust than that. It's a trust or faith in the stream. And what we have given you as a result of what you've been reading, we've given you a framework in which you now understand the current of the universe, you see. And so that's what we want you to practice your trust in. We want you to say to yourself, well, the stream is flowing and I can paddle upstream if I want to, and I can tell I am because I don't feel so good. This tension tells me that I'm doing that. And if you will just work a little bit on the sensation of letting go of the oars. In other words, it's not about making it happen. It's not about being different than you are. It's really about, and here it is, making peace with where you are. So, in very short terms, we would say to you, if we were to give you an unfair label that accurately depicts the energy of your being, you try too hard.
You're trying too hard.
You work too hard.
There you go.
And it comes from wanting to please others. It comes from having a lot of responsibilities. It comes from a lot of people counting on you. It comes from all of those things, but it doesn't serve you.
It doesn't serve you.
And it doesn't serve anyone.
Let go, y'all. It doesn't serve you. It's not serving you. You're trying too hard. What Kanye said, when you try hard, you die hard. Go with the stream. Stop fighting against the current. Bars, stop fighting against the current. Yeesh. Make peace with where you are. Because where you are is perfect. You are in perfect position. You are in the perfect position to manifest all of your dreams. Right now, your current situation has set you up to be in a perfect position to go where you want to go.
Surrender for me, and I experienced a lot of surrender during my cancer journey, but surrender it's like a fish finding the current and going with it.
Yeah.
That's surrender.
Oh my God, I love that so much. You know what? Because I believe that everybody in life has their own current and their own flow. Your job in life is to figure out what that is, what lane that is, and how you line up with the center and the universe and everything around you, and follow that flow. Your job in life is to try to not be the salmon swimming upstream all the time, but to find your flow.
Acceptance, though, I would say, is when you're finding that flow and you run into driftwood or a stone or get caught in the bank, is accepting that and the larger situation. So,
it's so hard to know when to accept and when do I fight to get out.
Well, accept to me doesn't mean that we stop evolving.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual perception.
That acceptance before, because we're all in difficult circumstances at some point in our lives. And you have to be able to acknowledge and accept where you are before you can figure out how to get out from where you are.
Yes, and we're so attached to the identities, relationships, and dreams that have brought us this far. And they're dear. But like a cocoon, when a butterfly emerges, the cocoon has served its purpose. It doesn't mean it's false. It means it served its purpose.
Wait! That's a bar. I need y'all to catch that. When a butterfly, look, Trini Cherry, when a butterfly emerges, the cocoon has served its purpose. There's a lot of us right now. Who have turned into butterflies. The butterfly has emerged. You see the light. You know who you are. You know what you should be doing. But somehow you keep trying to go to that cocoon, right? You keep going to that relationship that served this purpose. You keep going to that neighborhood that served this purpose. You keep going to situation that serves its purpose. Yo, when the butterfly emerges, the cocoon has served its purpose. The cocoon has served its purpose. Stop going back. We got to let go. We got to let go. It's time. Yo, it's time. What you not changing, you choosing. It's time.
At some point in our lives.
Sheesh.
And you have to be able to acknowledge and accept where you are.
Where you are.
Before you can figure out how to get out from where you are.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're attached to the identity, relationships, and dreams that have brought us this far. They're dear. But like a cocoon, when a butterfly emerges, the cocoon has served its purpose. It doesn't mean it's false. It means it served its purpose.
Ooh, that's so good.
And our dreams...
And everything in life serves its purpose.
Our dreams, our identities, our ambitions, our relationships, they often are cocoons that lead us to the next.
Jeez. Yup. All right. So this is what I need y'all to realize, though. I need you to realize you gotta let go. You gotta surrender. D, what up? Thank you for the badge, love. I need you to let go. I need you to surrender. I need you to understand that this is effective today. It's a new you, right? It's a new you. Allow yourself to introduce yourself. Because guess what it is? Guess what today is?
In the sky, you know how I feel.
Yeah.
Drifting on by, you know how I feel.
You know how to feel. Guess what today is? Yep.
It's a new life for me. It's a new life for me.
Three things I want you to do to nurture your vision. I want you to affirm it every day. Affirm it every day. And don't affirm it as I'm trying, I wish, I want to. I am. Let me hear you say I am.
I am. I am. I am. I am. I am.
Every single day, I am is the creative force of the universe. Whatever you attach I am to, you will become.
Jeez.
You know, people say I'm broke or I'm single. No, I'm waiting for my ideal mate to present himself to me in a way that I recognize.
Mr. McChristian, thank you for the bad love.
You attach I am to. I'm confused, no. I am awaiting clarity in this moment. So affirm your vision every day.
Qual, what up,
just
Qual?
because somebody else can't see your vision doesn't mean that it's not a powerful vision for you. Here's another key for you. Never judge your clarity on how other people respond. Did you hear me? They're going to say, what you doing? You crazy. Why are you doing that? You can't do that. Who told you you could do that? Who do you think you are? I love that one. Who do you think you are? Me?
Appreciate you, Belly.
Affirm your vision.
I am greatness on display. You know.
Know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how you're doing it, day by day, moment by moment. And sometimes the how only shows up on a need-to-know basis. Don't wait for the how until you start pursuing your vision. You understand? Don't wait for the how. Sometimes you just have to walk blindly. But if you just do your vision every single day, putting one foot in front of the other, committed to your desires, being obedient, walking through your fears, the vision will unfold much grander than you could have ever even imagined or asked for. So this is what I say. To support your vision, instead of begging for it,
Be still. Let your daily spiritual practice be one of stillness and listening. Listen for the instruction instead of begging for the direction. Listen. Be still. Be still.
It's a new line for me.
Thank you, Z-Realty Group. Jeez, I don't know if I got time. I got one more. We gotta end this. We gotta end this one right. Jeez, I don't know if I got time. Let's see. Let's see. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. All right.
Whatever you attach I am to, you will become.
All right, the ladies were rocking with us today, so we gonna keep this. Look. All right, now we need Lisa to talk to him. I need you to shine in your purpose. Now I need you to shine in your purpose. You surrendered. You know it's a new dawn and a new day. Now it's time to shine in your purpose.
Government assistance, and I run
Yep. Hoodies on.
Pampers for Jelani.
Hoodies on.
And I had $11.42 in the bank. And I remember wrapping my son in a towel for 2 days. I remember the second day, like you said, I had my hand on Jelani's stomach. And I said, "Don't worry, baby. Mommy will never be this broke or broken again." And that day, what shifted for me was I was willing, and I don't know if this is going to sound crazy, I was willing to completely die to any form of me that I have been, so that I can birth the woman that I was becoming. The reason why a lot of people won't become who they want is because they're too attached to who they've been. And you hear it all the time when people say, "I've always been this way." Okay, well, if that's working for you, keep doing that. I knew it wasn't working for me.
It wasn't working.
I had hit my version of rock bottom. So I was willing to let go of everything.
Let go of everything.
And everybody.
Everybody.
See, another reason why people won't get there is because the doorway is for you to fit through.
You to fit through.
You're trying to carry everybody else through because you're trying to be Rescue 911. And you got to rescue you first. I am much more valuable to my family and to my community because I was willing to let them go. Go through the door myself, teach myself, learn myself, condition myself, and then come back and get them. I'm much more valuable to them now. But I had to go through a window time of 10 years of judgment. You leaving us, hanging out with white people all the time. You going to these crazy countries. We don't know what you. I have to be willing to.
Wait, Lisa. You making me late, Lisa. Hold on, Lisa Nichols. You making me late, Lisa. This is hoodie time. Let me explain to you. Look. Yo, she said I had to completely die. Right? You gotta kill, so I'm saying that drastic. You gotta kill the old you. Yo, she said I had to completely die of this person that wasn't me. So letting go wasn't, letting go, right? Letting go wasn't about just like, oh, I'm gonna change something. She said I had to completely die of this old person. Like, allow me to reintroduce myself. I had to let go of people. I had to let go of family. I had to get through the door myself because that door only fit me. I had to go through that door myself. And once I got through the door, I'm better equipped. Man, y'all not listening.
Liquid means rewind.
You're not listening.
Gunshot means forward.
You're not listening.
You requested it, so we rewind. Ready motivation combined.
You going too far, Lisa. Lisa, you going too far, Lisa.
Your mind to elevate your life.
Listen.
You are now
That's the bar.
to My Drive Radio.
That's the bar.
You elevate your life.
I'm on government assistance, and I run out of money, and I had my Pampers for Jelani, and I had $11.42 in the bank. And I remember wrapping my son in a towel for 2 days. I remember the second day, like you said, I had my hand on Jelani's stomach, and I said, "Don't worry, baby. Mommy will never be this broke or broken again." And that day, what shifted for me was I was willing, and I don't know if this is going to sound crazy, I was willing to completely die to any form of me that I had been so that I can birth the woman that I was becoming. The reason why a lot of people won't become who they want is because they're too attached to who they've been. And you hear it all the time when people say, "I've always been this way." Okay, well, if that's working for you, keep doing that. I knew it wasn't working for me anymore. I had hit my version of rock bottom. So I was willing to let go of everything and everybody. See, another reason why people won't get there is because the doorway is for you to fit through. You're trying to carry everybody else through because you're trying to be Rescue 911. And you got to rescue you first. I am much more valuable to my family and to my community because I was willing to let them go. Go through the door myself, teach myself, learn myself, condition myself, and then come back and get them. I'm much more valuable to them now. But I had to go through a window time of 10 years of judgment. You leaving us, hanging out with white people all the time. You going to these crazy countries. We don't know what you. I have to be willing to allow my conviction to make me inconvenienced. See, we want to grow, but we want to stay liked by everybody. I was willing to be my own rescue at the risk of your approval. But most of us aren't like that. Facebook is an example. We want to be liked. Well, I woke up and I like myself today, so your like is extra. My job is to like me first. I was willing to say every day, "Lisa, you like you? Lisa, are you proud of you? Lisa, are you playing full out?" Every day before I checked in with anybody else. I was willing to inconvenience my entire life. My entire life. I was willing to disrupt my entire life to buy my future, to buy my possibility, to give my dream a chance. See, we're not supposed to tuck our dreams in on the pillow when we get up in the morning. We're not supposed to leave them at home and go and fulfill somebody else's dream. We're not supposed to do that. That's not what we're wired to do. That's not who we are. Your human spirit doesn't care about the economy. The human spirit doesn't care that my son's father went to prison. Right? The human spirit doesn't care what's happened to your family. The human spirit doesn't care about the past. You may have been molested, or your family may have been broke, or you may have been betrayed, or you may have a divorce. Your human spirit doesn't care about any of that. Your human spirit simply says, "What's our command for tomorrow? What do you want to create?" It's not keeping score. Your brain is keeping score because your brain is designed to keep you safe. Your soul, your intuition, your human spirit is designed to make you soar. When you get to the edge, your brain will always tell you to step back. It's always going to tell you to step back because you can fall. Always. It's going to tell you to step back. Because before you fell, the last time you did this, you saw someone else fail. You could hurt. You could be off work. It's going to tell you. It's designed to keep you safe. So you have to be willing to play between your brain and your soul. And on some days, you got to just listen to your soul. And you got to say, "I'm going to leap. I'm going to get to the edge." Most people are at the edge, and you're standing at the edge, and you're watching everyone else fly. That's Pimp My Ride, Watch My Crib, all this stuff. You know, watching people's lives on Facebook. You're at the edge, watching someone else live, wondering what it's going to be like when you jump without ever jumping. And I'm just here to tell you, jump. Jump. Because only 3 things can happen. You're either going to jump and fly, or you're going to jump and fall on something soft, or you're going to fall down hard. Either way, you're going to get back up.
You're going to get back up.
You already know you got what it takes to get back up.
You already know.
Your greatest fear is not that you will fall. Your greatest fear is that you will live a full life and never fly.
Jeez.
That you never leaped.
You're not afraid of dying.
You're not
You're afraid of dying before the world sees who you really are. Before they really get your fingerprint. Before they really feel your breath. Before they really get your contribution. Before they really feel you. That's what you don't want to happen. You don't want to leave this place without us knowing you were here. All I'm doing is giving my dream a chance.
Give your dream a chance.
And I'm not extraordinary.
I'm not extraordinary.
You don't get off.
You don't get off the hook.
I'm an ordinary woman.
Yes.
Who chooses every day. To make one more extraordinary.
To make big bar.
Everything that I need to get back up, I have in me. If I don't have what I need, I can go get it.
I can go get it.
Once I figured that out, the world was my playground. The question is just, where do I go get it?
Where do I go get it?
I don't know about that. Where do I go get it? And I don't come from a learning background where I was a great student. I wasn't, my highest grade in school was a C+. And when I got a C+, I did the happy dance. And so I didn't have a background where studying was natural for me.
Yeah, it's on VIP already.
That if I go study something and I learn it, I own it, it's mine now. Man, it was crazy because all through school I struggled. The last time I took an English class, my English teacher told me I was the weakest writer she ever met in her entire life.
Thank you.
Yeah, lovely.
Thank you,
and
Wayne.
the same year I took a speech class. He's quote unquote, never speak in public, you get a desk job. And so
Thank you,
yeah, it's just it was demotivated people, sad people, hurt people hurt. Sad people make other people sad. Bottom line, don't take it personal. Hurt people hurt.
Hurt people hurt people. Don't take it personal.
The convenience of transformation without the inconvenience required for transformation. So my grandmother says, and I love to repeat this, your conviction, what you're passionate about, your conviction and your convenience don't live on the same block. They ain't even in the same zip code. So if you want to have a conviction for something, you have to sign up. Sign up to be inconvenienced. We're trying to find convictions and passion and breakthrough on the inside of our box. Well, when you realize that the box doesn't even exist.
I don't even own a box.
Oh, you're playing outside the box. So we all bought into there's a box. Well, I don't even own a box. I don't even want to get in your box. You better come out here because I ain't getting in there. And so when you start thinking like that, Tom, all of a sudden everything is possible. So I disrupt people when I say you want to make me extraordinary because it lets you off the hook. What if the God that we call God, the divine, whatever your faith is, what if there's no partial? It's not going to give me a hookup and not give you one. Not going to give me an opportunity and not give you one. I'm just going to go after it. If I die, I'm going to die on the treadmill, like Will Smith said. I'm going to be on the treadmill running. I'm just not going to stop because I believe all things are available to us. I'm just willing to go after them. Are you willing? And then that is so disruptive because then you got to make a decision. Because it's easier to live inside the parameters of, well, as a Black woman, well, as born and raised in South Central, well, I'm dyslexic. I wrote 7 books. I'm dyslexic. So just knowing, I'm not perfect. What I do really well is I manage my imperfection well. And so we're all waiting for perfect. It's an illusion that will never come to you. And it's an excuse to never show up and play. Your story is not meant to be your fortress. Your story is meant to be your fuel. Any story. The beauty of me being one of the top 1% earners in America is that I was on government assistance.
Right.
That's the beauty. Come on, it wouldn't be a big deal if my family was rich. Whatever. I'm supposed to do something. The beauty is that when you show the little engine that could story, I'm not going to run fast, but I ain't going to stop. I might slow down and have to breathe and catch my breath, but I'm not stopping. Because I believe all things are available to all of us. And good people should do well. Because when good people do well, good people just do more good in the world. That same girl who ran track for Dorsey High School, who struggled to get through high school, who got kicked out of college because I couldn't afford to stay. That was on government. I'm that same girl. I'm that same girl. I don't forget her.
Yep.
I'm also that same woman who runs a multi-million-dollar business.
I run a multi-million-dollar business. Say that, y'all.
I own both of those. I own all of them.
Repeat that, y'all.
I don't shrink to my greatness, and I don't live in the side of my soul. If you can own your brilliance while owning your imperfections.
Salute, Artie Show.
Own your giant while owning your smallness. If you can live in duality, constant duality, the freedom will be earth-shaking if you can live in that.
See, either you don't want to be as
thank you for the badge, love. Oh, wait,
and
hold
you're
on.
trying to dim your light so that others won't feel insecure about themselves in your presence. And so you keep playing at 79 watts when you know you're supposed to shine at 150 watts. And you keep checking the temperature of the room to see what the room can handle versus just giving the room you and letting them, if your light's too bright, then let them put on some shades.
Yo, let them put on some shades.
Give yourself permission to live in the duality of your imperfections and your smallness and what you're learning and what you still have to learn and your greatness and your brilliance and your light. Can you allow them to coexist and then serve them up to the world? To love you, to see you, to inhale you, to judge you, to leave you, to love you. You're just, some of us are just as afraid of being loved as we are to be left. If you go where you've never gone, do what you've never done, and say what you've never said, you'll become the woman and the man you've always known yourself to be.
Mind Ride Radio.
Yes!
Your #1 source for mind elevation.
All right, y'all. You got your marching orders, yes? Marching orders, yes? Tycoon Tuesday, you got your marching orders. #1, I need you to surrender. Stop going against the current. Go with the flow. Stop going against the current. #1. #2, I need you to understand it's a new dawn. It's a new day. I need you to reintroduce yourself to the world. And then I need you to shine in your purpose. I need you to shine on purpose. I need you to shine on purpose. I need you to shine in your purpose, right? I need you to understand you run a multi-million-dollar business. You run a multi-million-dollar business. You need to, right? The more you do good, the more good you could do in the world. And so your marching orders, I need you to immediately let go. Stop going through the same thing over and over again. I need you to let go and let God, right? Let go, let God. I need you to go with the flow, surrender, right? Allow yourself to be intuitively guided. And I really got to go because of time. I got to take my son to school. But I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Yo, fat shout out to all my Mind Right Radio VIP members out there, right? And so if you want to listen to these tracks over and over, go to mindrightradiovip.com. Fat shout out to all my VIP members out there. Fat shout out to everybody who showed love with the badges. You know, fat shout out to my guy, Pete Dennis. I appreciate the badge love. My guy, Quell, thank you. Z Realty Group, thank you. Miss D. Garrett, thank you. Relly, thank you. Mr. McChristian, thank you. Rakita Henderson, thank you. Rock with D, thank you. Vault Life SC, thank you. The Cat Smith, thank you. Shoe Solutions, thank you. Carpe Diem, thank you. Antoinette 3266, thank you. Authentic Purpose 327, thank you. The Blessed One, thank you. Leezy T2, thank you. Kalisa Michaels, thank you. Hit with Paris Cuzzo, thank you. Witness to Elevation, thank you. Trini Cherry, thank you. Ramaya Trash, thank you. Everybody tapping in, everybody tuning in, thank you. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I appreciate y'all. Y'all could be anywhere on the planet Earth, but y'all here with us, and we appreciate it. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow in God's will. Same time, same place. Peace.
I'm talking about well. Money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more.
Ash, cash, show, ash, cash, show. The